Hi everyone, Cheryl here from Love and Light Yoga, and thank you for joining me for your 30-minute yoga flow. So this is ideal for practicing any time of the day, whether you would rather practice morning, afternoon, nighttime. It's suitable for any time of the day. You don't need anything for this, just yourself and your mat. So whenever you are ready, let's begin. Okay, so let's get started today by coming into a nice, easy, seated position along the center of your mat. Maybe close down the eyes here. Just take a few deep breaths just to begin to settle the body. Beginning to lengthen your inhales. Soften your exhales. Feel the sit bones grounded into the mat. The shoulders relaxing away from the ears and the crown of the head reaching up tall. Taking just a few more deep breaths here before we begin our practice for today. And then after your next full exhale, gently opening back up through the eyes, releasing the hands, and as we inhale, reach both hands all the way up to the sky, bring the palms together, and exhale, hands down through center. And take another inhale to sweep the hands up, stretching out the arms and the waist. And exhale, hands through center. And one last time, inhale to reach all the way up, maybe looking up towards the sky. And then exhaling, the hands come down through center. Again, take one more big inhale, sweep those hands up high. As we exhale, release the left hand onto the right knee, the left hand out behind the hip, and then open up into your twist. So keeping our sit bones grounded, turning your chest towards the left hand side, keeping both shoulders soft. Taking a few deep breaths here. Gently opening up the spine. Maybe with every inhale, we notice if we can sit just a little bit taller. And with every exhale, can we melt into our twist just a little bit more. Taking one more full breath here. And then gently releasing ourselves, and we're only going to come round about halfway. We're going to keep the chest facing over that left knee, take the hands onto the floor, and then just gently start to find a forward fold over that left knee. Let the chest come down, let the head come down. Keep the right hip grounded onto the mat, and just take a few deep breaths here into your lower back, into both hips. Relaxing everything here, letting the body open up. It doesn't matter if we don't maybe get as low as we would like at this moment. Just giving the body time to open up and release. And then after your next exhale, walking the hands back through center, inhaling to once again reach the hands up. As we exhale, the left hand onto right knee, the right hand comes behind your hip. We inhale, sit tall through the spine, and we exhale to open into our twist. So twisting from the belly button here, shining the chest towards the right hand side of the room now. Noticing how this twist feels on this side, if it feels much different from the other side. And again, just being gentle with your body, giving your body time and space to open up and release. Can we inhale, sit a little taller, exhale, twist just a little further. And then after your next exhale, we can release our twist. We're only going to bring the body round about halfway, keep the chest facing over that right knee, and start to walk the fingertips down and forwards. So we get this opening through the lower back, through the hips. Try to keep that left hip grounded. It will have a tendency to want to come up here. So keep both sit bones grounded. Take one more full breath here. And then go ahead and walk the fingertips into center. So we're staying in that forward fold. We're bringing the fingertips forward, and then we're just going to release everything down. And it doesn't matter how low that the upper body goes in this position. This is just about creating space in the body. Gentle openings. Relax your head and your neck here. Take a few more deep breaths. And then after your next full exhale, walking the fingertips all the way back up to center. If we have the legs crossed, we're going to switch the cross of the legs here. So whichever foot was behind before is now in front. Bring the hands onto your knees, and we're just going to find a few big circles with the torso here. So think about circling your rib cage around. Just bringing some easy movement into the spine here. Maybe starting to link up the breath here with this movement. So as we come back, we exhale. As we bring the chest forward and around, we inhale. Take one more big circle around with the body, and then go ahead and switch directions. Take a few the other way. Exhaling as we come back and round the spine. Inhale as we come forward and around. And then eventually coming all the way back to center, where we are going to release the legs out into a bit of a wide-legged position here. So we don't automatically have to come into a super wide leg stance. If the feet and the legs are a little bit wider than our hips, that is enough. Also, if having the knees completely straight is too much, then go ahead and take a bend through both knees. It really doesn't matter, but we're going to focus more on length here. Length through the spine, so the sit bones are grounded, the crown of the head is reaching up high. We're going to bring the right hand onto the left thigh and reach the left hand up towards the sky. Keep this length through the spine. Keep breathing deeply. Take one more big inhale, and then as we exhale, we're going to come over into a side bend as if we were reaching towards our right toes. Feel this nice deep stretch through the left hand side of your body, all the way from your hips, your waist, the rib cage, the arms. Take one more breath here. And then gently come all the way back up to center. Release yourself. Go ahead and take it to the other side. So left hand onto right thigh. Inhale, reach the right hand up. And exhale into your side bend. So again, imagine you're reaching towards your left toes. We want to feel a big deep stretch through the right hand side of the body. Taking a few deep breaths here. And then after your exhale, come all the way back up to center. Bring the body back, bring the legs together, and just take a little bit of either a shake through the legs or a little bit of a rock side to side. And then eventually coming back to stillness, and we're going to meet in our tabletop. So we can swing the legs back, come onto all fours, on the hands and the knees. We want to have the wrists under the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. And let's flow through some cat-cow here. So inhale, we look forward, we point the tailbone up, drop the belly. Exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. Inhale, we roll forwards, drop the belly, look forwards. Exhale, chin to chest, belly button towards the spine. Nice, just take a few more here. Just moving in your own time, with your own breath. Taking this movement as big or as small as we would like. Just in time with yourself, with your own breath. Let's take one more full round of breath here, and inhale and an exhale. And then meet me back in tabletop. Bring the toes together, take the knees wide, sit the bum back towards the heels. Reach forward the fingertips and meet me in a child's pose. So rest the forehead down here, either onto a mat or maybe onto your hands if the forehead doesn't reach the mat at this moment. Just stretching out the back here. Keep the hips reaching back, fingertips reaches forwards. And then from here, we're going to lift the elbows off the mat, tent your hands here onto fingertips. And then we're going to walk everything over towards the left hand side, but keep that right sit bone back towards your heels. So the hips are staying exactly where they are. And we're getting a deeper stretch through the right hand side of the body. And then go ahead and walk everything all the way back through center. Take everything off towards the right. Take the forehead down. Keep the hips steady. And then walk the fingertips back to center. Take one more breath in your child's pose. And then gently roll everything up into your tabletop. And from here, let's meet in a downward facing dog. So spread the fingertips wide, tuck the toes under, and then lift the hips high and send them back. Let's find some movement here by pedaling out through the feet. Bending each knee at a time, taking the heels towards the mat. Just opening up the hamstrings here, opening up the back line of the body. Let the head hang heavy. We're holding no tension in the neck or shoulders. And then let's come back to stillness. Your knees can be bent or straight, it doesn't matter. Can we lift the hips a little higher? Can we send them back a little bit further? For one more inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, can we reach the right leg up, bend the knee and open up the hip. So we're pointing that right knee up towards the sky. Hold it here for a few breaths. Try to squeeze that heel towards the bum. And then bring the right foot back to the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale, we roll forwards into our plank. Exhale to bend the elbows, find a chaturanga. Inhale to your cobra or your upward facing dog. And then exhale, roll over the toes back to your downward facing dog. Nice. From here, on your next inhale, reach the left foot up. Bend the knee and open up the hip. So we're opening the knee towards the sky. Try to squeeze that heel in towards the bum. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then level out the hips. Bring the foot back to your mat. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. Nice. Take 1 more full breath here. And then take a nice deep bend through the knees, look towards the hands, and then either step or hop all the way up into your forward fold. So the upper body dangling down over the legs here, letting the head and the shoulders hang heavy. Let's step the feet as wide as the mat, take hold of opposite elbows, and just find a little sway from side to side. We can let each knee bend here as we come towards each side. Just stretching out the back. And then come back to center, drop or let go of the elbows, take a bend through the knees, and then slowly roll yourself all the way up and all the way into standing. From here, we're going to heel toe the feet in together. So we're bringing the feet as close as is comfortable beside each other. Drop the hands down by the sides, and as we inhale, we find our chair pose. So sweep the hands up, we bend the knees, and it's as if we're sitting back and down into a chair here. So the heels are staying on the mat. Hold it here for a few deep breaths. Maybe get a little bit lower if you want to challenge yourself here. Staying strong in this chair pose, switching on our glute muscles here, switching on our thighs. And then bring the hands together in front of the chest. And we're going to start to find a bit of a twist. So keep the soles of the feet planted, twist towards the right. And if it's within your practice, bring your elbow to the outside of your right knee and take the gaze up into your twisted chair. Holding it here. And then take the gaze down towards the feet. Come onto the tippy toes of the left foot. And then we're going to step the left foot back into our twisted high lunge. Hold it here. Again, take another few deep breaths. On your next inhale, we're going to reach both hands up towards the sky, crescent lunge. Exhale, plant both hands down. Step the right foot back into plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold it here for a few deep breaths. Lifting the hips high, sending them back. Keep the palms of the hands pressing into the mat. Take 1 more full round of breath here. And then bend the knees, look forwards, step or hop in between the hands and meet me in a forward fold once again. Let the head hang a little bit heavier than it was last time. No tension in the neck. The shoulders are heavy. We give the spine a moment here to decompress. And then take a nice deep bend through both knees and very slowly roll yourself all the way up and come all the way back into standing. We get ready to find our chair pose again. So bring the feet together. As we inhale, bend the knees, sweep the hands up, find your chair pose. Keep those heels digging into your mat. Hold it here. Maybe sit a little bit lower here. Take one more breath. And then bring the hands together in heart center, and we can find our twist. So we're twisting towards the left, either keeping it high, or if it's within your practice, bringing your elbow to the outside of the left knee, pointing the right elbow up to, or the left elbow up towards the sky, and holding your twisted chair. Taking one more breath here. And then take the gaze down towards the feet. Come onto the tippy toes of the right foot, and then step the right foot all the way back into your twisted high lunge. Keep the gaze looking up. Keep the chest nice and open. Legs are strong. One more breath here. And then on your next inhale, untwist. Reach both hands all the way up into your crescent lunge. Take a breath, and then exhale to come forward, plant both hands onto the mat, step the left foot back into plank, inhale forward, exhale, chaturanga to lower down, inhale to upward dog, exhale into a child's pose. So sit the bum back towards the heels, rest the forehead down, take a few breaths here. Slowing down the breath, slowing down the heart rate. And then after your next exhale, releasing by walking the hands back towards the knees. And then from here, we're going to swing the feet forwards. And we're going to meet by coming down onto our backs. So bring yourself all the way down onto the back. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Maybe find a little rock side to side here. Just massaging out the lower back. And then coming back to center, dropping the soles of the feet onto the floor and keeping the knees bent up. We're going to bring the hands down either side of the body and walk the feet as close in towards the bum as is comfortable for you. Keep the feet hip distance apart. As we inhale, we're going to start to peel the tailbone up off the mat, lifting the hips. And then as we exhale, very slowly setting each part of the spine back down to the floor. Every inhale, we lift the tailbone, lift the low back, lift the spine. As we exhale, very softly placing everything back to our mat. So link up with your breath here. Close the eyes if it's comfortable, or if it lets you focus a little bit more. And take a few bridge poses here, flowing with your own breath. Inhaling to lift and exhaling to lower. And maybe every time we lift, we might give a little squeeze of the glutes at the top. Maybe try to get those hips that little bit higher. And maybe on your next inhale, we might start to involve the arms. So as we lift the hips, we also lift the arms. Let the arms fall back behind the head. And exhale, slowly lower everything back. So inhaling to lift and exhaling to lower, a full body experience here. Keep the soles of the feet pressing into the mat. Don't let the knees roll open. Keep lengthening through the thighs. And then wherever you are, the next time that we inhale and we're in our full bridge pose, we're going to stop and we're going to hold. We're going to press those feet a little bit more firmly into the mat, lift the hips a little higher, squeeze the glutes. We're here for one more big inhale. And then exhale. Once again, lower everything back to your mat. When we get there, we can bring the knees in towards the tummy. Take one more little hug and rock side to side. And then bring it back to center. Our last posture we're going to find is our happy baby. So we can start by bringing the hands behind the thighs. We're going to flex the feet, open the knees, and then we're drawing the knees down towards the mat. If it's more comfortable, we can reach the hands up to the shins or the ankles or the toes or the feet. And just take a few deep breaths here. Imagine you were trying to bring the knees down towards your armpits. So we're keeping the legs open. We're keeping the hips open. Take a few deep breaths here, or find a little rock side to side in your happy baby. And then come back to center, slowly releasing the feet back to the floor. We can keep the soles of the feet on the floor with the knees bent up, or we can reach the legs out long. Take the arms down alongside the body and gently close the eyes. And just focus on taking a few mindful breaths here. Giving your body time to settle, time to slow. And also thanking your body here. Thanking your body for your practice today, for all it has done, for all that it will continue to do. And for your last few breaths, allowing the body to switch off and feel heavy. And if you wish to stay here for a little while longer, feel free at this point to maybe pause the video. Or if you do wish to get on with the rest of your day, we might start to think about slowly bringing ourselves onto one side and then eventually pressing ourselves up and into a comfortable seated position on our mats. Reaching both hands up to the sky one last time and exhaling the hands down towards heart center. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you would like to see more from me, please subscribe, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Namaste.